Now the next exercise, here we have to see some important commands and settings of the ETAP software that will help to work effectively with the software and to complete the modeling, analysis and design using this ETAP software. So it is important for you all to be familiar with this software first. Unless and until you don't have a command over all this software, so you will not be in the state of using this software effectively. That's why it is very important to know all the important settings, basic settings, some advanced settings, some basic commands, some advanced commands, and some important concepts about the software. So that all things we have to cover in this exercise.
Yes, sir.
So the settings, all these commands are under the title of settings, editing, modifying, are all important commands for smart modeling in ETAP software. So very first point that we are going to discuss is to know what are the different important files of the ETAP softwares are there. So when you are using the ETAP software and when you go to save any model, so in the backup, ETAP is going to save the model file with the different file formats. It's visible to all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so whenever you are going to analyze or when you are going to save your model, any new work, so ETAP is going to save the different file formats. So out of, there are many different file formats are there, but out of them some more important files are there, and what is their application, what is their use, it is very important to know. So three files are very important. First one is the $et file, $et file. Second one is the .edb file, and third one is the .ebk file. These three files are very important for the further use of the model, for sharing of the model, and for reuse of the model. So these three files are very important. In addition to these three files, some other files are also there, but that files are having not much importance, as these files are having the importance. So first one, just try to understand what does mean by the .edb file. .edb file. So as you know that there are different versions of the ETAP software. As suppose someone is using ETAPS 2015 version, someone is using ETAPS 2016 version, someone is using ETAPS 2019 version. So version difference are there. So suppose A person is there and second one is the B person. So person A just suppose is using version 2015 and person 2 is using the version 2019. Okay, now the person A has to share the file to the person 2 B, and the version difference is there. So if the version difference is there and if the 15 version file is sent to 19 version, so what will happen? The B person will not be able to directly open that model file. If the person A is sending the file EDB model to the second person which is using the version 19 of ETAP software, so what will happen? This person will not be able to open that file. See, these three files are there. I can show you. See, this is the logo file. This is what? Can anyone read this? .edb file. So it is actually the model file. Second one is the ebk file. It is the backup file. And third one is the $et file. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the example that we are taking, two persons are there. One is A and second one is the B. First person is using the version 2015 and second person is using version 2019, and they have to share their file to each other. So initially what will happen? The person A is trying to send the file to the person B, and the file is transferring as EDB file. That is actually the model file, EDB. So when B person is getting this file and he is trying to open this file, so he will not be able to use this file because it is the model file, and this, if the lower version file is trying to open in the higher version file, so it is not possible to open it. So in that situation, what need to do? We have to share the $et file. The lower version file, if you want to open in the upper version, so what you need to do? You need to share the $et file. Or in any situation, if the version difference is there, so in that situation, you have to share the $et file. If the version different is there, so in that situation, always prefer to share the $et file. But in other situation, if both the person are using the same version, let's say A person is using the 17 version, B person is also using the 17 version. So both are using the same version. So in that situation, you can directly send the model file. So I recommend that whenever you are sharing the file to the other person, it doesn't matter what the version he is using, try to share all these three files. Just for example, if you are practicing and if you are facing some any difficulty and you have to share that file with to me for the check, so you have to attach these all three files: $et file, EBK file and model file. So I can open the file if same version is there, so I can directly open the file. If the version different is there, then I can then I will go to import the file. So suppose a model is there, suppose I have a ETABS software and someone has sent me the file of ETABS software, and I have to open that file. So what I need to do? Just go to file, go to import. Version difference is there. I am using the lower version and the file that I am getting, it is of higher version. So what I need to do? Just go to import, go to etabs.e2k file text file. Just click over this option. Once you click over this option, so this will ask about the location of the file. So see, these different models are there. So this option is searching only the $et file, because we are actually going to import the file of ETABS software. So again I am repeating, just go to file, go to import, go to E2K file option. Now this will ask about the location of the file. Suppose I would like to open this trust file. So t1.$et file. Just click over this option and say OK. So this file will open. Is it visible? Go to elevation along the grid first, say apply. So this, is that okay? If the version is different, first send the $et file. If the version is same, then send the model file, that is EDB file. Okay, and if you don't know what version the next person is using, so try to send all these three files: EDB file, $et file and model file at the same time. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, why we can't open the file of higher model, higher version? Suppose 19 version is there and we are trying to open this 19 version file in 2015. So why we are not able to open this file? This is why, because in 2019 version the higher codes are available. Let's talk about the earthquake analysis. So for the earthquake analysis, latest model is what, latest code is what? ISO 1893 2016. So this revision is in 2016 and this version is of 2015. So can you imagine how is it possible the revision of the code is 2016, so it will be available in 2015?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
So that is actually not possible. That's why when you are trying to open the file of 19 version, or we can say higher version file in the lower version software, so what will happen? Either you are opening the file with the $et file. So this will give the intimation that these uh, revision and these codes are not available in 2015. So all the results of the version 19 will be discarded in 2015. No doubt the file will be open, model will be there, but all the results you need to check again. Suppose in 2019 you have assigned the load in respect of 2016 code, but in when you look into the 2015, so only the IS 1893 2000 code is available, and next revision is what, 2016. So that actually the problem. That's why whenever you are trying to open the lower version file in the upper version and upper version file into the in the lower version, so that kind of problem you need to face, and you need to look the results. So every time when you are trying to open the version different files, so go to see the results, all the definitions like section property, material properties, load combinations, methods of analysis, all you need to verify first, then proceed for the next step. Is that clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So this is all about the different file formats of the tabs and their importance. Is there any question about this point? You all understood? Can
Yes, sir.
anyone
Yes, sir.
repeat what are the different file formats, important file formats?
Dot dollar $ET file,
Okay,
dot EDB file, dot EKB file.
okay. And what you will do if someone is asking to share the file?
Share those three files.
Yes, exactly. So always practice to share all these three files.
Sir, sir, can I
Yes,
explain what .ebk file?
actually that is backup file. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
backup file. If the file gets corrupted and all, in that situation that file is needed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, it is possible to edit the model when we import from other version of file.
Yes, yes, everything you can do. Everything you can do with the model.
Okay, sir.
But the thing is that you have to import, and you have to follow the step that I have discussed here.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Understand, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Understand.
Everything you can do. But what the thing is that whenever you are opening the file, what I said, you need to go to look all the things, all the definitions and all the load patterns and all the load combinations. Once verify that all things as per your requirement or not. Okay, many
Okay,
times
sir.
when the versions are different, so most of the things will be changed, most of the things will be deleted. Okay.
Okay, sir. Understand.
Yes. See, I have taken the example. If you are opening the 19 version file in the 15, so suppose in 19 you have assigned the earthquake load as in respect of 2016 code. But if you are opening that file in the version 2015, so what will happen? All the results, all the assignments, all the combination, all the methods of analysis will be deleted in the open model. Model will be open, everything will be there, but the advanced things which is not advanced provisions which is available in 2019 and not available in 2015 will be discarded, will be deleted. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the next point is removal or appearance of the background grids of the ETAP software. It's visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so in background, as you are getting the blank white, see at the bottom, see some grid line is there, background grids. See, we are calling it as, go to plan, go to any level, so just go to set display option. We will discuss in detail all about this set display option. So just go to set display option, and here one option you can get horizon. So check these options, say apply. So all the background, these grids will be available. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
If you want to keep in view,
Yes,
so
sir.
you can keep, otherwise you can keep it off. Just uncheck this box, say apply, so that all these things will be removed. Background grids, again when you click over this and when you say apply, so that all the background grids will be available here. Is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Removal or appearance of background grids. Now the second thing is what? Yeah, here I'm not interested to keep in view, so uncheck this horizon, say apply. Now just close this. Now the next thing is what? I would like to remove, I don't want to have these grid lines, model grid lines. So just right click on the window and just click over set grid system visibility. Once you click over this, so all the background all the grids of the model will be removed. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Right click on the window, again just click over the set grid system visibility, so this will be available again. So this is the one option. You just have to right click on the window first thing. Now then go to edit. That thing you can also do from this option view. Just go to view and just click over set grid system visibility. Just click over this, so all these things will be removed. Is that okay? Take the 3D view, so the grids will not be there, only the model will be there. Again just go to view and just click over set grid system visibility. Just click over this again, so these are all the grid lines will be available. Is that clear?
Understand, sir.
Okay, now the next point, I'm interrupting the continuity to discuss some another thing, how to adjust this quick access bar, how to set this quick access bar shortcut commands. So how to do this? Just go to option and go to customize toolbars. What is this? Hello.
Customize toolbar.
Just click over the customize toolbar, so all these options are available here. So this left side ribbon, this left side ribbon is actually the draw option. Just uncheck this, so this will be removed. Is it visible? Then check this box, so this will be appearing here. Go to option again and go to customize toolbar, just take it on side, so just click over on the draw checkbox, so this will be removed. Again check over this, so this will be appearing here. Then this is the select option, just check this one, so this select ribbon is actually available here, that will be removed. When you check this again, so this will be appeared here. Is that okay? Now
Okay,
on the
sir.
top, so these what snap option, then assign joint. So as you can see, all the shortcut options is going to be removed. Assign frame, so this is removed, this is removed, edit, view, define. So these all are the top options, top main menu bar options, and all the things inside of this function, this option, all the function under this option will be available in the shortcut ribbon. So just click over standard and design, so nothing will be there. So when you open the software, install the new ETAP software, so you will be able to find only this top main menu bar on the left ribbon, nothing will be there. Is that okay?
Okay.
Now then again go to option, go to customize toolbar, but I need to have these shortcut commands here, so just first click over the snap, then click over the assign joint. So assign joint option is in active mode. Just click over assign frame, so assign frame, then assign shell, all the assignment shortcut options for the assignment over the shell will be available here. All the shortcuts for the assignment over the frame will be available here. Now edit commands, all the edit commands will be available here. View, define, standard and design, so all the things will be available here. Just click over OK. Is that clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
And also you can adjust this as per your requirement. So when you look, it is not possible to view here, it will not be visible for visible to you, but here three dots are there. Once you take your cursor over this, so this plus sign will be there, and you, by just clicking over this and by dragging it, so you can move these shortcuts anywhere, and you can adjust the options and locate it as per your requirement. So I would like to take it again from here to here. So like this you can adjust as per your requirement. Just take this again and just take put it here and take it down side. Okay, just keep it as it is. Now it's done. So in this way you can adjust your quick access bar and left ribbon of the important commands as select object, reshape, beam, column, draw slab, quick draw slab. All these options are available here. Again, just right click on the window. I don't want to see these grid lines. Set grid system visibility. Just click over this. Okay. So it's done. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have learned about the removal or appearance of background grids. Also we have seen removal or appearance of the plan grids. Now next, how to see the dimension of any line or length between 2 points. So just go back to ETABS, again go back to plan and just click over the story level, and here I am interested to see what is the distance between these 2 points. What is the distance between these 2 points? So how to do this? Just go to draw dimension line, just check over this, just close this, and from this first point click over this and freely move to the next point and click over that point and take the cursor here and just click over that. So you will get the dimension as it is 3.2 meter. Is it okay? Again go to draw dimension lines, click over that, just close this, and from this first point freely move to the next point and take the cursor here. So you will get the distance between 2 points. So by this option you can see the distance, any distance of any line, distance between any 2 points easily. I would like to see what is the total length from this point to this point, so that also you can do. Is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay, and see, this will be permanently available here. Now if you want to keep it out of view, so just go to set display option and keep it dimension lines off. Uncheck this and say apply. So this will be not in view. Again when you click over this option, so this will be available here. Is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay, so here we don't want to see, just check this, uncheck this box, say apply, so this will be removed. So in this way you can see the dimension between dimension of any length of any beam or any frame. Also you can check the distance between any 2 points. Just go back, and what is the next point? Appearance or removal of the global axis. I think I have discussed this point. Take the 3D view. So can anyone repeat what are the different types of axis system? We have discussed this many times.
Global axis,
local
local
axis.
axis,
Global axis, local axis, and what?
natural axis.
Natural axis.
Very good. And what does mean by the global axis?
Whole
It
structure,
represents the
sir.
overall structure.
Yes, the axis system which is going to represent your entire model is nothing but the global axis. Okay, so see, the option is what? Appearance or removal of the global axis. So if you want to keep in view this global axis, so it's okay, no problem. By default it will be available. But if you want to keep it out of view, so go to view option and just click over show axis. Once you click over this, so it will be removed. Again when you click over that option, so this will be appearing. So it will be appeared, it will be removed. Show axis. Is that clear? Once you click over the show axis, so it will be appeared, and then once you click over again, so it will be removed from view. So here I'm interested to keep in view, so go to view and just click over show axis, so this will be available. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Now next is detailed explanation about select, deselect and previous selection. Very important. You all are with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just go back.
Yeah.
Okay, go to file, go to new model. Okay, it's visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just look over the in plan view, and also at the same time you also have to concentrate in the 3D view. So see, so this 30 floor building is there. Hello, it's visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is 30 floor building is there, and I would like to select, we have to discuss about select, deselect and previous selection. Okay, so suppose I would like to select all the slabs of the model. So how I can do that? So simple way, if suppose you want to select this one slab, so just you have to click over that slab, so that slab will be selected. Is it visible? What selection is there? One shell and 4 edges. So it is the shell element, slab is the area element, shell element. So it is one slab and it is having 4 edges. This is the first edge, this is the second edge, third and fourth. So this is actually having the 4 edges. So I would like to select only one slab of this 13th floor. So just click over this slab, so one slab will be selected. So suppose I have to select all the slabs of all the floors. I have to select all the slabs of all the floors. So how I can do that? So individually I need to go, just click over this first option, then over this, then over this, then. So suppose then you need to go to next level. It is 12th floor, click over that all the slabs, So like this, it is 30 floor slab. So can you imagine how much time I actually required to make the selection of all this slab? So it is time effective way to select all this slab. Hello.
No, sir.
No. So how
No,
I
sir,
can do
definitely
the selection of all this slab? So the option is there. Go to select option, go to select, then go to object type. So different object means different structure elements are there, and different objects are there like joints, column, beam, braces, null lines, walls, floors, and many things are there. So if you select a particular element, like I would like to select the floors, so just click over the floors. So all the slabs in ones will be selected. All the slabs of entire model will be selected in once. Just click over the select. So as you can see, 270 shells is in selection. Total number of floors are what? 30. And at one floor, how many number of slabs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 multiplied by 30, how much it will become? Fast.
270.
270. And 270 multiplied by see, edges. 270 multiplied by 4,
1080, sir.
1080. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So that selection is actually available here. Okay, that selection is actually available here. Now that my next question is that suppose I would like to select all the beams of the floor, all the beams of different floors. I need to select all the beams of entire model. So what I can do, I can go with this option, select this beam, then this beam, then this beam, like this. I can do this.
No, sir.
It's a very time consuming process to select all these
Yes.
beams of entire model. So what I need to do, again go to select, go to select, go to object type, and then just click over the beams and then say select, so that all the beams will be in selection only. All the beams will be in selections only. And suppose you don't want to see other things, you don't want to see other things, you actually want to see only this selection. So entire model is having many things like shear wall is there, like beam is there, column is there, slab is there. But while modeling, while dealing with this structure or with the model during its analysis and design, I need to see only the beams of entire model. I don't need to have the columns and slabs in view. So what you need to do, just right click on the window, being the selection of the requirement, just right click on the window and just click over show selected objects only. So whatever the things is in selection will be in view only, other things will be removed. Just click over show selected objects. So see, just take the 3D view. So in this plan, in this view, how what the things are there? Only
Only the beams.
only the beams are there. Just right click on the window again, and next option you can see show all objects. Once you click over all objects, so all the things will be again in view. Then I would like to select all the columns. I would like to select all the columns of entire model. So what I need to do, can anyone guide me fast?
Go to select,
Okay, go to select,
select
then go to select. Okay,
object type
object type. Okay,
and column,
column,
columns, and select.
then select and then close. So all the columns of the model is in selection. Just right click on the window and just click over show selected objects only. So once you click over that, so all these selection will be there only. Is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Another option is also there. Just right click on the window and say show all objects. So all objects will be there. Now suppose, then go to select, go to object type and say column select. So selection of the column is there, but now at this time I want the inverse thing. What? The selection I would like to hide and remaining thing I would like to keep in view. What I would like to do, I actually don't want to keep in view the selection. Whatever the things is in selection, I don't want to keep in view. The selected things I would like to hide. Previously what we are doing, the selected things we are trying to keep in view, and all other things we are trying to keep out of view. But the reverse thing we are going to do, the selection we are going to keep out of view, and remaining things I would like to keep in view. Have you got the concept? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Just right click on the
Yes,
window
sir.
and see what the thing is there. Hide selected object. Is it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Just
Yes,
click
yes,
over
sir.
this. So on a column will be removed and other things will be available here only. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is another way. Then many things are there. Just go to plan, go to 26th floor, just right click on the window, show all objects. So all the things will be available here. Okay. Now next thing what we need to do, I have to select, see total number of floors are, how many number of floors are there? 30 floor. Okay. So I need to select slabs of only 15th floor. All the slabs of 15th floor. What I can do? Okay, not slab. Just for example, we have to select all the beams of the 15th floor. The condition is that I need to select all the beams of 15th floor. So what I can do, I need to go to plan, go to 15th floor, then say apply, and just click over this, then click over this, then this, then this, like this. Like this I need to select. Is it okay? So it is a right way and time effective option to select to do this. Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I need to select all these beams. So it is very simple model. Actual model will not be like this. That will be very complicated and that will be very big. So the condition we actually have taken here, we have to select all these beams of this one floor. So it is not the way to go to each beam individually and then just clicking over that beam and then making the selection. So it is very time consuming and it is not the way of making the selection of our requirement. So the thing is that just go to select, then go to select, go to object type, and then click over the beams and say select. So with this option what will happen? Hello, fast.
All the beams are
All the
selected.
beams will be selected. Now the next thing what you need to do, go to select, then deselect option is there. So go to deselect, then go to stories. Once you click over the stories, so I need to keep the selection of only 15th story. So select all these upper stories and say deselect. So all the selection which is there from 30 to 16th, not only the beams, whatever the selection is there between your 30th floor to 16th floor, all will be deselected. Just click over deselect. So as you can see in the 3D view, all the selection is removed. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All the selection is cancelled. Now next, from 14 to till the base, we don't want any selection. Say deselect. So that will be not in selection. So only the 15th floor is in selection. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when you come down, so nothing selection will be there. When at the 14th floor, when you come up at the 15th floor, so their selection will be there. Is that clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then next situation is what? Suppose what another way to keep the selection. Suppose I have to select the column of 10th floor only. I have to select column of 10th and 20 and 30th floor. 10, 20 and 30th floor. How I can do this? Can anyone guide me fast?
So first can select
Sorry.
first we can select all the floors, and we can deselect the other floors except
So go to
10.
select, go to object type, just click over the column and say select, so that all the columns will be selected. Close this.
Yes, sir.
Then again go to select, then go to deselect, then go to stories, and under the story I want to keep the selection of 30th floor. So 29 to 21. I don't want the selection here, so say deselect. So 20 and 30 I need to keep in selection. Now 19 to 11 say deselect, so that will also be deselected. Now 10th I would like to keep in selection. Now from 9 to rest all will be deselected. So only at the 3 floors selection is there. So how many number of columns are there? 1 2 3 4. So 4 4 8 12, and this is 16. At one floor 16 slabs are there, sorry 16 columns are there. So for the 3 floors how much it will be?
48, sir.
48.
48.
So 48 frames is in selection. Your column and your beam are actually the frame element. So 48 frames is in selection. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Now another thing, one option is there, inward selection. Inward selection. So whatever the things is in selection will be deselected. Whatever the things which is in selection which will be deselected, and remaining things of the model will be selected. Hello,
Sir.
are
Yes,
you
sir.
getting my
Understood.
point? Whatever the
Yes,
Yes,
things
sir.
which is in selection will be deselected, and all the other things will be selected. Just click over inward selection. So this column will be removed, will be deselected, and other things of entire model will be selected. Just click over inward selection. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
So this is another option. So this is about how to make this selection, deselection and inward selection. Okay, then go to select again, then go to select. We have discussed all about the selection by the object type. Now next one is the by properties. By what properties? So suppose it is very big model, and many materials where we used in this model, like for the column we have used M20 grade, sorry M30 grade. For beams we have used M20 grade. So suppose if you want and in column again, some column is having M50 grade, and some column is having M30 grade. Some column is having M50 grade and some column is having M30 grade. So suppose if you want to select all the elements in which M30 grade is used, so what you need to do, just go to see. Manually it is very difficult to find all the member which is having the M20 grade or M30 grade or whatever the grade. It is very difficult to find that element. So what you need to do, just go to select, then go to property, and in property material properties, under the material property, just for example A992FY50. so this one material is there, just say select. So all the elements which is having this material will be selected. Is that okay? I will like show with the other example. just right click on the window and just set grid system visibility. I don't want to have the back grids. Just go to plan and story 2. So we are at the story 2. So here I would like to select element by the material properties. So go to select, go to properties. So by the material properties, so here M20 grade of material is used. So M20 grade, so I need to select all the elements which is having M20 grade of concrete. Just say select. So here one material we have used, so that all the beams is in selection and all the columns are also in selection, because single material I have used for all the columns. Is that okay? Hello,
Yes, sir.
just
Yes, sir.
close this. Okay, just clear this. Go to define, go to material properties, add a new material. So one more material I have added. Just say 30. Okay, go to define, go to section, go to frame. Go to assign, go to frame section, section property. Now see, the material different is there for the different columns. So first go to select, go to material properties, material property. So here I would like to select all the columns which is having the M30 grade of concrete. So just click over 30 grade, M30, and say select. So how many selections are there? 32 frames is in selection. Take the 3D view and just right click on the window and say show selected objects. So all the staircase columns is in selection which is having the 30 grade. Is that clear? So by this option it is very easy to find the section which is having the different material properties. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Then again say deselect. Just right click on the window and show all objects. So all the things will be available. Just close this. Then again go to select, go to object type, sorry, go to select, go to properties, go to material properties, again material properties, and here now I would like to select all the elements which is having the M20 grade of material. So check this option and say select. So instead of see this staircase column, all the columns, all the beams and all the things is in selection, but only these these 4 columns is not in selection. This because this column is having what? Hello,
M30.
M30 grade of concrete. So is that clear to all of you? Shall we proceed?
Clear, sir. Proceed.
Okay.
Can proceed.
Yeah, just close this and say clear. So these are another option to make the selection as per the material property. Then go to select, then another option is what? By the section property, section of frame, section of slab, and all many things are there. So by section, frame section. So here I would like to select all the section which is having 230 by 300 M20 grade of concrete. How to write this name we will discuss later. So all the section of 230 by 300 I would like to select. Basically what happens, suppose I need to select the section, all the beams which is having the section, just for example 230 by 350. So what I need to do, I need to just right click over all these beams and then need to find what is yeah, so it is the section size 230 by 300. Okay, very difficult. Then again I need to select over this, so it is 230 by 300. Okay, so I have to select all the beams which is having the section size 230 by 350. So it is very tedious job to find by this way of clicking over the member and then looking over the property. So it is very tedious job. So what other option is there? Suppose if you want to select, make the selection of all the beams in your model which is having the 230 by 300 section size. Okay, then go to select, go to select properties, go to frame section. Now just click over 230 by 300 M20 grade. So just say select. So all these beams which is available in your model will be selected. Is it okay? So two types of beams are there. So here we want to select 230 by 300 section size. So that actually very easy to select, to make the selection by this option. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this way by the section property you can make the selection. Now another option, then go to select, go to property. Now the frame section, so frame is your beam and column, both are the frame element. Now here I would like to select column 230 by 600 M30 grade. This section I would like to select all the sections of 230 by 600 and having the material M30. Just say select. So 32 again, these staircase columns, just say 3D view. So all these 4 columns is in selection. But now at this time we are not making the selection by the material property. Here we are making the selection by what? By the section property. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just say close. So this about making the selection. Then go to select again, then go to select, then by property, then by selection slab property and all you can practice it. Okay, now next one is the label. By the labels, so different pier labels means what? The shear wall labels. Then spindle, we will discuss what does mean by the spindle later. Then joint labels, then frame label. So the frame level, so suppose I would like to select column number 1 of the model. So just click over the column 1, say select. So all the columns which is having the label C1 will be selected. So this is the column C1. Just go to plan at any floor level. So this is the column C1. This one is the column C1. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 like this. So this is your column 1. So all the column of this column of all the floors which is in selection, just right click on the window, show selected objects, so that this column will be in view only. Just right click, set grid system visibility. So all these columns is actually available. If you want to make the selection of C4 column, say select and just right click on the window, show selected object. So that column will also be available here. It's column C4. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Suppose if you want to select the B55 beam, say select and say just right click on the window and show selected object. So all the beams of B55 is in selection. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
So you can also make the selection by the labels. So just click all this and just click over delete. So all these things will be deleted. Sorry, we don't want to make the delete. Just right click on the window, show all objects. So all these things will be available. Set these all. Is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Now next thing, suppose if you want to select all the things which is available in model, so just right click over this all. Once you click over all, so all the things will be selected in once. Now if you want to make the clear all this selection, just click over all, clear all. So all the things will be cleared. Is that okay? What for this option? If you want to make the selection of all these things, just say all. So all the things will be selected in once. Then again just click over the clear, so all the things will be clear. So this is a shortcut. If you are following the long way to make this option, so go to select, just go to select. In the select section you will have the option all. Once you click over the all, so all the things will be selected. Then go to select, then clear all, clear selections, so all the things within selection will be cleared. Is that clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, then again go back to the plan at any floor level. So see, we are at the second floor. Now suppose I have made the selection, this beam, this beam, this beam and this beam, then and this beam, suppose this beam and this beam, and to all this beam I have to assign the load, let's say 5 kilonewton per meter. Line load we have to assign to all this beam as 5 kilonewton per meter. So go to assign, go to frame, go to distributed, and under the live load pattern put the under the SIDL load pattern put the number as 5, say apply. So we have successfully assigned the load to all this beam as 5 kilonewton. Now again I need to assign the load to all these previous beam as a live load of 5 kilonewton per meter. What my condition? Just now we have assigned some load. Now again I need to assign some other load for that same beam. So what I need to do?
So select the beam and then assign load.
Again we need to select that beams. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So suppose it is very simple example. So here you can do, but suppose it is very big project, lot of beams are there, lot of columns are there, and you have to proceed with the multiple assignment for the same selection. So that will be a very tedious job, very time consuming, or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So ITAB has given one option as previous selection. Is it visible? Just click over the previous selection, so the last selection will be in selection again. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So it is useful or not?
Yes, sir.
So all this selection will be all these beams will be selected again. Now again you can go back, go to assign, go to frame, go to distributed, and whatever the load you want to assign, you can do. Say 15, say apply. Is that clear to all of you? Hello?
Clear, sir. Clear.
So this is all about making the selection. Just say, yeah, undefined. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So detailed explanation about select, deselect and previous selection. So I think I have covered all the points and all the things in respect of selection and deselection and previous selection. So you all understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then go back to ETABS again. So this is the 3D model is there, which is having the 30th floor. Go to plan, go to 30th floor. So here I am at the 30th floor. Okay, suppose I need to come at the first floor. It is G plus 30 floor building. I need to come at the first floor. Hello, you all are with me?
Yes, sir.
Here I am at the 30th floor and I want to come at the first floor. So what I need to do? Here option is given. Just come down. So it is 29. Arrow up, arrow down. 28. Is it visible? Are you looking here? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So come down, it
Yes,
is
sir.
27. Come down, it is 26. Come down, it is 25. Come down, it is 24. So like this, I need to come at the first story. So suppose 100 floor stories are there. 100 floor building is there. Suppose I am at the 99th floor and I have to come to first floor. So it is effective way to come at the required floor.
No, sir.
Then what? Then what?
You can choose plan and go to first floor.
Exactly. Then one option is given here. See, go to, just click over the plan. So once you click over this plan, so all the levels will be available here from base to top and their respective names. All the levels will be available here. Suppose I would like to come at the story first. So say story and say okay. So the story first will be available here. Is that okay? So we are at the story first. Okay.
How to go from one story to another
Yes,
story?
yes, yeah. So see, the condition is that option is given plan. So once you click over the plan, so you can move anywhere over the height of the structure, and you can move and you can land at any floor level. So that is the effective way. Now suppose you are at the 30th floor and you have to come at the 29th floor. You are at the 30th floor and you want to come at the 29th floor. So what you need to do?
Click the
You are at
arrow
the
mark.
30th floor. So it is this option is there. Go to plan, then go to 29, then say apply. So it will become long way. What option is there? Suppose you are 30,
Arrow.
just click over the move down. Just click over that. So in that situation this option is effective, but if you have to land to very a different level, so you need to go with this option from 29 to, suppose I have to come at the 5th floor. So just go with this plan option, go to plan and say 5th floor, 5th, say apply. So you can directly come at the 5th floor. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. And the second option is the 3D view. We just click over the 3D. So this plan view will become in 3D view. So suppose you want to keep one 3D view here and you want to add one more view. So just go to add window, say add new window. So I want to make it a left side as plan view. So click over this window. So once you click over the window, so this window will be active. See, the sky blue color is there. Once you click over this window, so this window will be active. So whatever the things you will perform, that will be executed, is going to execute here. But once you click over this window and anywhere in this window, so this window will be active and this will be deactive, not in active mode, and this will be in active mode. Is that clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Now next thing is what? So I want to make this left hand side as plan view. So first click over the window and then go to plan and anywhere I would like to land. Just storage 21, say apply. So this is a 21. Just close this and I would like to make this view as 3D view. Just say 3D. So this will be the 3D view. Is that okay? Hello.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So this is actually the 3D view. So this is the application of plan view, 3D view and plan option, 3D option and elevation. You all were aware. Suppose I would like to see the elevation along the grid first. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
I would like to see the elevation along the grid first. So see, in plan view you will be able to see in plan grids and their labels. In plan view you will be able to see in plan grids and their labels and in plan dimension and all. Will you able to see the labels of the levels in plan view?
No, sir.
No. If you take the elevation, then you will be able to see the view labels of the different floors. So here I would like to see the elevation along the grid 4. So along the grid 4, how many beams are there?
3 beams, sir.
1, 2, 3. 3 beams are there. And how many columns are there?
4 columns, sir.
4 columns. So
Four.
just go to elevation and along the grid 4. So choose this 4 and say apply. So see, all these your model view along the elevation first will be available. So this is the first, second, third, like this up to 30th floor. Up to 30th floor, all these floor levels are available, and this is the elevation view. Then again go to plan and go to any level. So suppose I would like to see the elevation along the grid B. So this view will be there. This view will be there. Again 3 beams are there and 4 columns are there. So just say elevation, close this, go to elevation along the grid B. So along the grid B, say apply. So this is what along the grid B. Is it visible? B1, B2, B3 and B4. Go to plan. Okay, make this view as plan view. Go to plan, any floor 23. So along the B, so when the line come, this line is start from this alignment. So this is the grid B. So B intersection of what? Hello.
Yes, sir.
4. B intersection of what? 3. B intersection of 2. B intersection of 1. So that is actually given here. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So this is from this elevation is from this side. So B1, B2, B3 and B4. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Just clear this all. Okay. Now, so this is actually the elevation. So 3D you understood, plan you understood, and elevation you understood. So all these things we have covered. So this is about the selection, deselection and previous selection, inward selection and clear all. So this is all about these things. So you all understood?
Sir, what about graphic background setting?
Where? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Graphic background setting. Okay. Just go back to it apps. Just close this. Then go to option. Go to graphic color. Sorry. Where it is? Yeah. Graphic colors. Graphic background setting. Graphic colors. Go to output. Sorry. Go to option, graphic, go to display. Yes, this is the display color. Now this is the view, overall view setting. Overall view setting, what it means that the column color is of blue color. Suppose if you want to make the color change of the color of the column, so I would like to make the color of the column as red. Say okay. Now say okay. So all the columns will be of red color. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Then go to select, sorry, go to option, go to graphic colors, go to display, and in display what color of the different structural element will be there, that is actually the meaning of this option. Set display color. So in display mode, by default mode of the ETAP software, what the color will be there of different structural element, that is you can make the selection, make the decision from this option. So column, let's the beam, I would like to make the color of the beam as a dark, let's say green color. Say okay, say okay. So all the beams is having the color of dark green. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Suppose slab, I would like to make it as fully blacked. So go to option, go to graphic color, go to display, and floors. So set this, click over this and take the black color and say okay. Now say okay. So these all things will be black. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
So each individual element's color you can make the change of each individual elements colors. Again go to option, go to graphic color, go to display, and many things are there. You can study these all things. Okay, now most important thing, with what background setting color you would like to work. So three options, and some options are actually given here. White background, someone are interested to work with the black background, with the black theme, we can say. So once you see, it has suggested what the color will be suitable for the white background of, for the white background, what the suitable color will be of different structural elements. So once you click over white background, so this by default color will be suitable. Say okay. So this color will be suitable with the white background, and this has been suggested by the ETAP software. This has been suggested by default by the ETAP software. But another option is what? Go to option, go to graphic color, go to display, and just go to white to black. So in black background, what color will be suitable for different structural element? ETAP has suggested by default. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Now say okay. So with the background black theme, this kind of model will be available. So if you are interested to work with this theme, so you can work. If you want to work with the white theme, white background theme, so you can work with that. Is that okay? This is on your choice.
Okay, sir.
Then go to this option again, then go to graphic color, go to display. So I am familiar with the white background, so let it be white. Okay, then go to option, go to graphic color, go to display. Now printer. So if you are taking the print of this model, so what color will be there? If the print if your printer is black and white, then in that situation column will be dark. Okay, that is not giving. So display, so the column will be printer, so column will be dark black, then black, then black, like this. But if your printer is of color printer, so in that situation the column will be blue, beam will be blue, like this. And you can make the changes per your requirement also. It is in your hand. If you want to make the color as red of column, okay, so that will if you take the print of the model, so you will get the color of the column as red. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Just say cancel. So that is the meaning of graphic background setting. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now explanation about the commands of editing or correcting of existing model. Very, very important. You all are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just come back. Go to plan at any floor level. Okay. So we are at any you are actually at any floor, and suppose I have to model the beam. A column is there, just for example, like this. One beam is coming from this side like this. Another beam I have to take here. But by mistake, what happening here? See, by mistake the point I have taken here. Is it visible? So slightly different is there. If I am enlarging this option, so see, this kind of error is there on large scale. So is it correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it
No, sir.
correct?
No, sir.
No, the alignment of the beam should be in the same line. So this is the actual error, but I am enlarging the figure, so I am getting this kind of error where your beams are not in the same line and not in the same alignment. So what we need to do, this beam is there, then another beam should be in the same line. The joint of connection is actually present here. So this is the correct modeling and this is the wrong modeling. Suppose this kind of error we are getting, a beam is, suppose one beam is here, one beam is here, one beam is here by mistake on a large scale. Okay, so I need to keep all these three beam in the same alignment. Although it is at some distance, that doesn't matter, but the alignment should be along the same line. Okay, so what you need to do? Okay, so suppose take the frame element, just close this, the first point, then second, is it okay? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have to keep all these beams in the same alignment, in the same line as like this. Is it okay? So how to do this? So that's very important. So just try to understand. I have to align this frame, I have to align this frame, I have to align this frame, and also have to align joints also. So select the frame and joints. Now it's done. Now next thing is what? Find the correct point. Which one is the correct? Either this one is the correct alignment or correct point, either this one is the correct alignment or correct point, either this or either this. Which one? So suppose this one, this is the correct point, and I would like to align all the beams along this point or along this line. This is my correct alignment and correct dimension and correct positioning. So what you need to do, you need to find the ordinate of this point. So once you take your cursor here, so on the right side here, look here, so this will give the ordinate of that particular point in plan ordinate. So just take your cursor here. So what you are getting? Hello, x is 26.55 and y is what?
15.3.
15.3, and z is what? Z is actually the height. What?
69.
69. So we are at the plan view at the 23rd floor, and what is the height of this floor?
69.
So this joint is at the 23rd floor, so height will be same. So that is actually given here 69. So 69. Okay, forget that. So we have to look x and y ordinate. So just keep in mind and just concentrate. I have to assign along this line. So in plan, if you look, this is the x and this is the y. So which ordinate we need to look to keep all these beams in the same alignment? Either this y ordinate or either this x ordinate. What? So that these beams should come in the same alignment. What? Fast.
X ordinate.
X
Y ordinate.
Okay, okay. X ordinate, y ordinate. What others? Opinion?
Why are not?
Atik,
ordinate.
Y ordinate. Okay. Ashwin, y ordinate. Who said x?
Sir, I am, sir.
Okay. So why you need to see the x ordinate? You got why we need to see the y ordinate? See, because just see, very simple concept.
Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
Understood? Okay, good. So
Aye,
this is
sir.
what? This is x and this is y. So we have to align about the y. So we need to look about the y. If this kind of error is there, like this kind of beams are there, so in that situation, what ordinate we need to look? Hello,
X ordinate.
x ordinate. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Now just take your cursor over this joint. So y ordinate is what?
15.3.
15.3. So see, to execute this step, this option, first select the frame, then the joints, the frames, joints, frame, joins or directly by taking dragging from left to right and cover all the elements and all the things, so that all the things will be selected, frame and join. Then go to edit, as it is the edit work. So go to edit, mistake is there and we have to edit the model. So go to edit and here align joints frame edges. That's actually the option point of our discussion. Align joints, explanation about commands of editing and correcting of existing model. So align joints frame and edges. So join frame and edges. So here in our example joint and frame is there. So we go to edit, go to align joints frame edges, click over this option and about what, y, so put y and 15.3, just say 15.3 and say apply. Now it's done. Hello,
Yes, sir.
all the frames has been aligned along the one ordinate. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Just close this. Okay, again take the beam, just close this from this point to this one, then from this point to this one. Okay, now from this point to this one. Okay, now at this time we have to align these all vertical frame or vertical beams. So just drag, vertical means in plan about the y-axis. Okay, just select all these, so that the frame will be selected also and joint will be selected also. Then go to edit. Okay, which point is correct? So suppose this point is correct. Which ordinate I need to look? Hello,
X
X.
ordinate.
X ordinate.
what the x ordinate?
32.
But sign
Minus
Minus
32.
minus 30.
32.
Very good. So go to editor, go to align joints and frame and put in x, check this option and minus 32. Now say apply. Now it's okay. It is at a,
Okay,
at,
sir.
a, at a some spacing, but the alignment is same. It is at the in the same alignment. Is that clear to all of you?
Clear, sir.
Just close this. So this is about the alignment of the frame. Just go back to the question. Move joint frame and shells. Very important, very important. Go back to tabs. Move joints and frame. Just take close, delete these all. Okay, come to our actual model. Moves joints and frame, and joints, frame, shell, everything, whatever the things you want to move from one point to another point, you can use this command. So just for example, I have to take this slab from this point to this point. I have to take this slab from this point. I have to pick this point. I have to keep this point, this slab here, from in reference of this joint. So what? Just clear this and go to editor. Go to editor. Go to move joint frames and shell. Hello. Move
Yes, sir.
joints. If you want to move the joint, that you can also do. If you want to move the frames, that also you can do. If you want to move the shells, that you also can do. So okay, one more discussion is there for the alignment option. Go to editor. Okay, another option, another thing is what? Suppose one beam is there like this. Suppose this beam, just close this beam is present here and this beam is actually present here. Okay, so by mistake I have taken this beam beyond of this beam. I have taken by mistake this beam beyond of this beam. So actually this part is not needed to keep in view, so to keep in the model. This part is extra. I have to trim this. So what you need to do, first select the frame which you want to trim, and also select the frame, or we can say the reference frame up to which you want to trim. Okay, then go to editor, then go to align joints and frame, and here you will get one option, trim frame. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
say apply, check this option and say apply, but nothing will be there. No objects were found to align. What's going wrong? What's wrong? See, I have to
It
trim
is
this
not, sir.
frame, and up to this line I have to trim. I'm just clicking apply. So why it is not possible? Hello.
We didn't select the point till the
Yes,
limit.
exactly. See, it has actually in confused situation, we can say, see, we have to trim up to this line, and we have to trim this frame, but this frame having 2 points, this upper one and lower one, so it is confused actually from which point it is it has to trim. So we have to define the joint also. We have to trim this frame about this joint, and up to this frame. Now say apply. This will be done. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes,
Now
sir.
suppose this frame is extended unexpectedly. So what we need to do? Select the frame up to this frame and just drag so that the joint will be selected, and say apply, so that it will be trimmed. Is that okay?
Okay.
So this is about how to trim the element. Now suppose one frame is there just like this. Let's close this. One vertical frame is there. Okay. Now first select the frame, and I have to extend this frame up to this frame. Now say apply, extend frame, say apply, but it is not will be our expectation is not done. Why? Because again select this frame, then select frame and define the joint also. About this joint I would like to extend my frame. Now say apply. So the frame first you have to select, then you have to define the joint. You have to define the joint. First select the frame, then define the joint. About this joint I would like to extend, and up to this frame say apply. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is about how to trim and how to extend the frame. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So these things you can also do here. Suppose I have to trim this frame about this joint up to this frame. I have to trim this frame about this joint, about this point up to this frame. Go to editor, go to edit frames, sorry, go to align joints frame, click over this and trim over that. Select this trim option and say apply. Now it's done. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Again select the frame and join about which you want to extend, up to what reference line you want to extend. Click that reference line, reference frame, then click over the extend and say apply. So that will be extended. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is all about how to extend, how to trim, and how to align. Everything we have covered with the align option. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the next point is what? Move joint frame and shell. Go back. Suppose I would like to move this slab, this shell element. So go to editor, and below to the align joint frame, one option is there, move joint frame and shell. Click over this option, and it is asked. There are many options. So suppose if you want to keep by just putting the distance, so I would like to keep it on the left side. I would like to pick this slab from here to here at a distance of, let's say, 10 meter, but it will be minus sign because we don't want to keep it on the right side. I would like to keep it on left side. So put the minus 10 in x direction. Push minus 10, say apply. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Again select this slab and put 10. So this will come back to its original position. Say apply. It is coming back to its original position. Then again select the slab, then put minus 15. So this will be shifted, sorry, put 0 and plus 5 in positive y direction, means upward side. Say apply. So it will be moved upwardly. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is about moving back, just putting the value or putting the distance. Now second option is also there. They pick 2 points. So first select the elements which you want to move. So first select this frame, and I would like to take this frame above. So pick 2 points. So this joint I would like to take from this frame, and reference joint this up to this point. Click over that point and say apply. So this beam from this location is shifted to this location. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Say
Okay, sir.
undo. Coming back again, I would like to take this slab to this point here in reference of this joint. So pick 2 points from this point to this point. Click over that and say apply. So the slab will be shifted. Simultaneously I would like to shift this beam. So pick 2, first select the frame, then click over pick 2 points, then click over this point, first point, and take the reference point to the required point. Click over that and then say apply. So this will finally be executed. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the another option of moving your joints, your frames and your shells. Is that clear to all of you?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is all about today. Some important other things we will discuss about these moves, joints, align, shell and tomorrow. So is that clear to all of you?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is all about today. Shall we conclude the session now?
Yes, sir.